because we got to vote for the guy in our area in order to get the guy at the top that we want, right? The stupidest system of all time. Can I tell you a story? Because this whole system is up here in Canada. And I had a personal incident this past week that I think is just unbelievable. And we all talk about left versus right and conservative versus liberal, and like we want to get rid of the liberals, and we don't want to get rid of the liberals. We want to get rid of Justin Trudeau and probably a few other liberals, but it's not like I shouldn't have to pick a liberal or a conservative. So okay, where am I going with this? TK,
careful.
The other day,
mind your words.
Sunday morning, we get a doorbell ring. Okay, which is rude to begin with. I mean, this is not the 70s. People don't just ring your doorbell and show up with a cake.
How dare
right?
you touch the button on the outside of my door I left there for you to touch?
It's Sunday, okay?
Dare you.
You don't know if my kids are, sleep until 2. Anyway, so it ends up being like a representative for the MP running in the area for conservative, right? Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Do you have a minute? And I was like, you know what? For the first time ever, I'm not slamming the door in this person's face because they're conservative and I want to talk to them. I want to see what they're all about. And so I got the dog yapping in my arm and it's a scene. I go, give me 1 sec. I want to talk to you. I put the dog down and I see the guy in the flyer that she handed me, the MP, the guy running. He's coming towards me. I'm like, this is great. I get to talk to the actual guy. And so what happens, I'm thinking in my head, I got these questions I want to ask you. I want to see how you're going to represent me, right, in my area, because we got to vote for the guy in our area in order to get the guy at the top that we want, right? The stupidest system of all time. So in order for me to get a conservative in as prime minister, I got to vote for the conservative in my riding, where my ward, where I live. So I have to vote for a guy. So I want to like this guy because I got to give him my vote, right? And not only am I giving him my vote, technically there's 4 votes here that will likely go in the same direction, right? So he's coming up and I'm getting all excited to talk to him and he goes, how you doing? We're going to beat Trudeau together. Have a nice day. I'll see you later. Thanks for letting me put a lawn sign up. And he walks away. Didn't even say a goddamn word to me. It's like as he's running away from me, he's saying, hey, thanks a lot. See you later. We're going to beat, his whole campaign is we're going to beat Trudeau together. I'm a conservative. There's nothing else. I don't, maybe there's something else, but I think.
But that was it. He didn't even like ask permission to put the sign on your lawn.
The girl did before, and he must have like got the thumbs up and it was like, okay, I don't need to spend any time here. I got what I wanted, right?
Well, he needs to rethink his whole strategy.
I'm sitting here going, that motherfucker, this stupid son of a bitch. Now I got to vote for this motherfucker who I hate now. I don't even know him. I hate him, TK. I think he's a dummy. I think he's a dick, and I don't want to vote for him. Now I'm fucked, right? Because if I don't vote for him,
well, what you just announced was that you're voting for Trudeau, so they're going to eat you up in the comments.
I want to vote for Pierre, even though I'm sure he's a dumb fucking puppet too, like the rest of them. I feel better about him than I do the alternatives.
I think you're not alone. Yeah.
I think I'm not alone. And that brings us to like another thing where out now.
Do you think that maybe they'll trade Trudeau, like how Kamala and Biden had got the old switcheroo right before election? For
Freeland?
Well, don't you think that the Liberals, that would be a pretty good strategy?
I don't know. I don't even know if it was kosher in the States. I certainly wouldn't want to replicate it here.
Well, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that that would be the only way that the Liberals get reelected.
Why can't I vote for just Pierre or just Jagmeet or just the guy I want in office? Why do I got to vote for dumb local fuck here who does not give a shit about anything except probably, I don't even know what they care about. Right? They're probably put in there by somebody that needs something. And it's like, you know what? If all we do is run as conservatives, we can get somebody in power that will definitely win because the whole, well, and that's what's weird is it's not, according to these polls, it's not the whole country, but the majority of the country wants that dumb fuck out of office now.
Yeah.
Right.
And but polls are polls. You know what I mean? Like we asked 3 people, 2 people said something. Now we got 66%. But the bottom line is, Darryl, you have to have a representative in the area who's going to be familiar with what the people in the area are looking for.
But why can't I vote for a liberal locally? Why can't I vote for a liberal locally and still get the conservative prime minister that I want? Why
because
can't
they've
I vote
chosen
for
the liberal because the liberal party has chosen that particular MP, and that MP can represent what the Liberals stand for, and they've got him with their hand up his butt, making him talk the way that they want to talk, and that if he doesn't fall in line, then they'll find somebody else, right? And so that's the reason why that person who's going around right now is so confident, because he doesn't have to say anything right now. Everybody is basically telling him, listen, I'm voting for you. I don't even care what you're going to be talking about or what you do. Do you even live in this neighborhood? Who cares?
Who cares? Do I have your vote?
That's the issue. So that's the problem. So, but that's just the systems. I don't like complaining about systems because there's no point in changing them. So I think
no point in changing.
There's no. So I think no, you can't change the
Twitter poll.
Sorry, Darryl. A Twitter poll will not change.
Who do you want to win?
But you should vote. One, you should vote. Two, okay, you should think about it not as a who am I voting for, but which party do I want to have in power, and you vote for that guy. That's what I do. As much as I like the guy in the neighborhood, whatever. I'm thinking about what party is he representing.
This is crazy.
And that's the guy that I'm going to vote for.
This is a crazy system. It's like, well, who do you vote for here? Who do you vote for?
But you know what you're doing. You're voting for a party. You're not just voting one person. You're voting for the party to come in, and that seat is going to be represented by the guy who's your MP. That's just the way it goes.
No, but you're not justifying it. You're just explaining it the way that it works. And TK, I know how it works, believe me. And people will say, what the fuck does politics have to do with real estate? And talk about real estate. And the truth is, TK, politics is all about real estate. It's all about real estate.
Especially in Canada. This is the whole topic. This is the only housing. This is what everyone's talking about. The whole, how do you get votes? You can see everybody, whether it's right before the provincial, municipal, or federal elections, they start promising all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's insane, the ideas that they come up with. And on the federal
why do we have to wait, though? Why do we got to wait?
As Trudeau has mentioned in the past, housing is not the federal government's primary concern.
Until it is.
Right? But like mortgages, Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation, like that's a pretty big thing for us to be able to have access to money in order to be able to have this type of environment. The Housing Accelerator Fund, that doesn't seem to be doing anything, and nobody seems to be getting any money or building any houses with it. That's all stuff that's got federal intervention. OSFI, is a federal regulatory body for the banks, which controls our stress tests and all that kind of stuff. There's a ton of federal involvement, and I think that there's going to be a lot of stuff. And the Bank of Canada is obviously concerned that the government's trying to have all these new loopholes, trying to create more affordability and all that kind of stuff. But really, what's being done? I mean, at the end of the day,
nothing.
There's nothing that's actually leading towards more sales because of these programs. It's very political. It's very, very, very political. Anything that actually needs to be happening right now on the federal side, one would be remove the stress test altogether, right? Two would be the CMHC MLI Select program to completely, revamp that in order to be able to make it
that people want to use it.
Make it work now for purpose-built rentals. Taxation on rentals to be able to get people like the big REITs and institutional and large global companies who want to actually invest in real estate here. Give some really, really great tax advantages to them in order to build real estate, which is what we want. That's all federal level, and they're just not doing it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.